Okay, I seem to have fixed my audio issues, and so at least on the weekdays, I've been doing shooting stars because they don't require as much dedication as Guardians of the Rift. Um, yeah, and you can AFK it and stuff like that. And I got a Celestial Ring uncharged. You buy it for 2k Stardust, and you charge it with Stardust and it provides you with a 1 in 10 chance to mine another material. So it does work, I believe, on the Guardians of the Rift Essence Golems. So 341 with a 1 in 10 chance uh, give me an extra, 3,400 either fragments or the essence, but I will continue to mine over the weekday because it's AFK. And yeah, just charge this thing up, and you can also combine it with the crystal signet, so it acts as both a celestial ring and an elven signet, which would give you the effect of the celestial ring and the elven signet at the same time. And it would take crystal shards in addition to stardust, I think, or maybe it just takes one. I don't know. But yeah, but I'm never really going to use a crystal pickaxe anyway. I really don't think I will, but who knows? But yeah, it comes with that much charge I put into it, and I think you can get back the dust. You can. Okay, so that's kind of useful. You can get back the dust. So that's kind of useful for UIM. If they were to buy the ring, it would be a way for them to store Stardust up to 10,000, I believe. So yeah, that's cool. Hey everybody, I've been back. I've been playing the game after a little bit, and I've started to try my luck at Bryophyta for the Bryophyta's Essence for the clue step. That item is like a 1 in 100, a little bit over that, and the keys are 1 in 150, and they're slightly more common in the wilderness, but I'm not doing it there. I'm doing it in the Giant's Cavern in Kourend. And I've only gotten 3 kills, even though I got 5 keys, because I messed up. I forgot Secutors on one of the kill, and on the free-to-play kill, I was just taking too much damage and wasn't doing it correctly. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you, I don't think you can sort through. I don't think you can sort through bosses, but I'm missing the. I'm just missing the 5 kill count for Bryophyta, and then I will be done all the Bryophyta combat achievements. So that's nice to get out of the way, and I'll see you if I get an essence. Alright, let's hope this is recording. I got a giant champion scroll. Almost 2k Moss Giant kill count in. Wasn't expecting it, but it's the first champion scroll I think I've gotten on the account. Pretty sure. Double check. I don't know what I thought it had to do with. Anyway, yeah. This champion scroll you can't use ranged, which isn't a problem. So we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, I'm just 12 Bryo kills in. No surprises. No essence. Alright, well, I just had the dumbest realization ever, or like a stupid moment. So I've been, I've almost done over 6.2k Moss Giant kills just to remember that there is a possible way for Ultimate Iron Man to store Dragon Boots without needing the ornament kit. Of course, it makes it easier, but without needing the ornament kit. So what we can do is we can store every piece of split bark armor except for the legs, and then after that, you No, you store every piece of split bark armor, and there's a stash unit that requires split bark legs, a rune longsword, and dragon boots. And so, when you're ready to store your dragon boots away, you would go to the house where you have a full set of split bark armor. You take it out and you put everything away except for the legs, and then you go and buy a rune longsword, and you can store your dragon boots that way. So I am going to basically drop what I need to do and go ahead and get that situated. There are a couple sources of split bark that don't require Shades of Morton, but Shades of Morton is the most direct way, and it shouldn't be that much of a pain in the ass if we drop our medium clue stuff, so like our feathers, secateurs, spade, all that stuff I was keeping around for beginner clues, and of course the potato and the bait, yep, all that sort of stuff. And even we can probably drop the Explorer's Ring, but there are alchables from the activity. So yeah, Shades of Morton shouldn't be too bad with this inventory. The plank sack will actually help us with repairing the temple, and hopefully the next time I get on, there will be enough people doing the activity so that it will go by smoothly. But the first thing I'm going to do, of course, since I'm killing Shades, is go grab the dragon boots from God Wars Dungeon. And I'm 90% sure I have some form of... so we've got the scimitars we can use for entry, or monk robes. Yeah, we can use monk robes for Saradomin. Zamorak, I'm sure I have a blessing in here somewhere. Yep, so I've got an unholy blessing, and I can go ahead and grab monk robes from Edgeville, and then all I really have to worry about is Bandos upon entry. I can just protect mage, and I should be good, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a monk robe top for the entry into the God Wars dungeon, and then I can go grab a pair of dragon boots fairly quickly. Alright, see you when I make some split bark progress, I guess. Okay, well, addendum to the last clip. Obviously, I am not 82, 83 Slayer for Dragon Boots, so I will be Wild Pie boosting to get that. I currently just finished the Karam Jahar Diary, which will give me a closer teleport to Duradel, not quite the teleport I want. So that comes with the Elite Diary, the one I really want. So now with the Hard Diary complete, yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on Wild Pie boosting for Dragon Boots, and maybe even an Abyssal Whip. I know +5 boost is kind of annoying to upkeep, but we'll see how annoying it is with spiritual mages. Okay, so after 354 spiritual mage kills, 2 total trips in total for wild pies, so I used about 16 wild pies, and 3 hard clues, one of which I actually went into the wilderness for. It was like a really close step to the Ferox Enclave, so I didn't feel too chapped about it to like go ahead and, you know, be safe, but whatever. I just brought a royal seed pod, and all I got was a gilded rune skirt, but after that we finally got a pair of dragon boots. So now I can go ahead and hunt down the pieces of split bark that are needed to make these semi-storable via the stash unit. You just need to, of course, buy the rune longsword and take the piece of split bark legs out of your house to store it. So yeah, let me get to that. Alright, so in the process of getting split bark for the stash unit for Dragon Boots, I decided to, well, I might as well finish up Shades of Morden altogether. So here I am creating Swamp Bark, never to be used, honestly. Just like Blood Bark got a single use, realistically being Song of the Elves. Swamp Bark won't get a use whatsoever, except for like fashion, because of the fact that the mage bonuses are a lot worse than Blood Bark, which is saying something. And I think the set was intended to be used for player killing. It extends the length of like entangle spells. So I guess if you're a player killer on the standard spell book, this would be your bag. But I realistically haven't seen many PKing videos using the armor except during the initial release of it. So yeah, it's going to go in the house, and I'm going to grab another set of split bark so I can store these dragon boots. And as for progression for the collection log for Shades of Morden, I happen to get the zealot legs, so I just need the robe top, and then I would need to get the lower tier locks, just loot them, so I have those checked off in the collection log. So yeah, I'll check back on you when I finish one of these things. Alright, that was relatively painless. So I'm still not finished the second split bark set. I've only actually gotten the boots in the house, so this will be the gauntlets, and I just got the zealot's robe top, so that is full zealots completed. What the robe set does is it has when each piece provides a 1.25% chance of either saving a bone when burying, an ash when scattering, or an ensouled head when using reanimate dead or whatever. The only thing it doesn't work on prayer-wise is it doesn't work when using the Sinister Offering spell. You actually have to use it on an altar, bury it, scatter it, that kind of thing. So it will probably see some use if I train prayer through Sinister Offering and reanimating dragons under the Myths Guild. You would have to sacrifice strength bonus from like a fighter torso or obsidian legs, but it might be worth it long term. 6% chance to get, an extra 1,000 prayer XP might be worthwhile. I don't know the calculations, but that's another item ticked off the collection log. So now I need to go for the what do you call it? I need to go for the silver, black, steel, and bronze locks. Those are from lower tier shades. So the lower tier shades, they drop fine cloth less often, but you can only get those locks from the corresponding metal chests. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work my way down. I'm going to do silver, then black, etc. until I finish off with bronze with the really crappy loot. So yeah, I'll see you when we finish this collection log. Alright, and I've finally completed the split bark armor, the swamp bark armor, blood bark, and zealot robes, which leaves me with the silver locks, steel, and bronze locks until the collection log is done. I got the black locks really early on, and I've been just struggling trying to get silver because the second to last tier of shades, fear shades, fire, whatever, they have a chance to give gold keys, silver keys, and coins. So yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up, but now since I'm done all the split bark, I'm going to just actually finally bring alch runes now, since I can afford the inventory space. So yeah. Alright, so spent a little over exactly all of my day today, Saturday, and a little bit of my Friday, and I completed Shades of Morton, finished it up. The last item we needed was bronze locks, and we ended up getting 4 gold locks, 56 fine cloth, 17 Amulet of the Damned, and 6 Flam Tier bags. You can only have 1 at a time maximum, so we're gonna go ahead and destroy that for good. We have to empty it before we can destroy it, of course, and yeah, this was the loot. Of course, the low tier chests are pretty unappealing, and surprisingly, I only got 1 clue scroll during this entire grind. I got the easy clue scroll during the final lock opening when we got the bronze locks, so yeah, that was fun to knock out. Yeah, don't know what I'll do next, but yeah. Alright, so I figured out what I want to do. I haven't really death pinked or anything, or reset my inventory, which I should, but I'm lazy. I've decided I'm going to do some sepulcher. Just grabbing stuff like a crossbow now from the Dorgeshan shop. But yeah, I don't know what my goal is for agility. I mean, it would be ideal to get past the slump of 80 agility and get to like 90, so I can do the Ardougne rooftop for the best marks of grace per hour, because the Relica course is just not worthwhile. Yeah, so I at least want to get 90, and then 92 is what you need for 93 is what you need for the true blood altar, which is like a long-term goal. One other thing I wanted to point out, a little bit of frustration, is the fact that the little everlasting fire that you build for making friends with my arm, it works for the Lumbridge caves in here, but the Lumbridge caves in here that you can't use this shortcut unless you have a light source, yeah, it doesn't work here. That's one little pet peeve of mine, because I don't know what else I would use the light in the Lumbridge caves for. Just wanted to point that out. It's really annoying. Alright, just got 86 agility. For those that don't know, that unlocks the when you've done the Desert Elite Diary, that unlocks the Calphite layer shortcut to the Queen, which probably saves a good minute plus per run to the Queen. So it's a very good unlock for anybody that wants to hunt for the pet, and I am not performing very well here, so I'm just going to spare myself the embarrassment and reset. It's hard to talk and do this course all at once. So I just transferred from floor 3 to floor 4. I have, actually, this is floor 3. So I just transferred from floor 2 to floor 3, and I got stuck. I don't know if I was able to click here while I was going down the floor, but yeah, it kind of digs into the XP an hour a little bit, but it makes for a cool screenshot, a cool video clip. Alright, I guess I should cover this. I just hit 2k total. 90 magic was the last level I needed. I got it passively from Hollowed Sepulcher, of all places. Yeah. 90, and I'm going for 90 agility, and of course I get caught by that obstacle because I'm talking, but yeah. 413k till the goal of 90 agility, and then I can do the Ardougne course for the best marks of grace rate, and if I was to do that, I'd have to complete the Elite Diary, which requires a bit of smithing, a bit of Bit of magic, I think. I don't think I'm able to magic pot to cast Ice Barrage. I don't think you can get a 4 boost, but I'll check it out. Alright, and if I can remember correctly how much agility XP you get per floor, this should be 90 agility? Yep, 90 agility. Of course, since we're doing Sepulcher, I was not clicking, but the text box still got canceled. So, yeah, that level won't save in Runelight, from what I've seen. And, yeah, 90 agility. I can now do Ardone Rooftop, and if I get one more smithing level, I mean, I could do it with a 5 boost with the Spicy Stew, but with the rewards from Giant's Foundry, you can buy a consumable item for 300 points that gives you a +4 smithing boost. So I think I'm going to go do that. I only need like a little bit over 300,000 smithing XP, so I'm going to test out some methods with like my remaining noted steel bars and like buying mithril armor from Prif and check out Giant's Foundry, see what that method equates to, and see if I can buy some pieces of the set to store in the house. So yeah, and probably a bit of looting bag cleaning, in all honesty. There's a lot of stuff I don't need. Alright, I've been doing a bit of smithing, checking out the Giant's Foundry, and that's what I have left of my steel bars so far, but this is me purchasing up all of the useful molds. The Juggernaut Forte and the Corrupted Point, these become useless after a certain level, which I've surpassed already. So I'm just going to stack up my reputation so I can possibly afford the full set in the future, which benefits both Giant's Foundry smithing and normal bar smithing. And as well, the Smith's gloves can be combined with the ice gloves, which gives you a storable ice gloves, so you don't have to go out of your way every time you want to smith to kill the Ice Queen. So very convenient. And then of course I did hit 87 smithing, so I could always buy the Kovacs Grog to complete the Ardone Diary when I feel the need to, but I'm honestly going to finish with these steel bars first and see where it goes from there. Alright, there's 89 smithing. That's one level away from being able to make runite crossbow limbs on demand with a Dwarven Stout. And 89 smithing is the level for rune short swords, which is a really decent money-making method at Zalcano, turning them into one of the best high alchs, I think. And rune dart tips, that's a clue step where you need to fletch a rune dart on demand, so being able to smith the dart tips is awesome. Rune nails, not as useful, while I would love to use rune nails and mahogany planks when I do Sepulcher. It's just not worthwhile. There's not enough sources of rune bars for us to just warrant making nails like that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so one more level until we've got all the smithing diary requirements out of the way, realistically, so pretty cool. And currently on 2 pieces of the Smith's outfit, and down to 5.4 mil. This is the money I earned from Sepulcher, so I expect to maybe go down to like maybe 3 mil if I want to unlock the full Smith's outfit, but we'll see where it goes. Oh, and if anybody was wondering my method of doing this without noted bars, I buy 4 mithril plate bodies and 3 adamant plate bodies from the Prifdinus armor shop, and then I do this, I hop worlds 2 times, so I buy from the shops basically 3 times, and I realistically only need 2 world hops because unlike, charter ships, there's realistically no competition for this, which is awesome because I really hated competing at smithing shops at Blast Furnace. But yeah, that's all you do. You do it 3 times, and I've got the group teleport on cooldown, so I could just run there from the Alcarid teleport, but that would realistically require stamina, so I'm just going to wait and, continue getting ready for the day. Okay, so with this sword, we will be hitting 90 smithing, which is, rune scimitars, so that is the level we need for Wilderness Elite, and with a +1 boost from a Dwarven Stout, which is really easy to get comparatively to the brew you get here, which gives a +4. It's a lot easier to get the Dwarven Stout from a bar. So yeah, we can do the Wilderness Elite step. We can do the Make a Rune Hasta Diary step. And yeah, basically it's the smithing requirement for a lot of stuff. And anything else past this doesn't really give much. You've got, just more rune stuff, which you can realistically, most of the time, buy from a shop or get as a drop. Yeah. I think the only rune item you can't buy from a shop is like Rune Claws, Rune 2H Sword, and maybe a Rune Kite Shield. So yeah, happy with that. So I can now complete the Ardougne Elite Diary, and I am a little bit over 2,500 away from finishing the Smith's outfit, so I'm going to finish that up before I continue. Okay, so doing a bit of Nightmare Zone, and that should be the final requirement needed for the Ardougne Elite Diary. Yep, so we'll be able to claim the Experience Lamp and the Cape, which gives us infinite teleports to the Ardougne Farming Patch, and increased rate of Marks of Grace at the Ardougne course, which is very helpful when hunting for Marks of Grace. Yeah. Yeah, so that's another Elite Diary checked off. Yep. Okay, so with this sword, I believe I'll finally have enough points for, yep, just enough for the Smith's Tunic. So the only thing I'm missing for the collection log would be the double ammo mold, which is useless to us at this state, mostly because you can't reclaim it. But yeah, you basically make cannonballs twice as fast. You use up the same amount of bars, but you use up the steel bars twice as fast. So it's nice. The Colossal Blade is it's a niche weapon. It's not really useful anywhere. It used to be one of the best flinching weapons for KQ, but now I'd say the Karis Partisan would fall into that category for us. Now it's just like a reclaimable 60 attack two-handed weapon, and I think peers use it for PKing, but we're not going to use it. But it is reclaimable, so it is a permanent unlock from Purdue. And then the remaining molds that we never got because they're useless and they're not used for any best sword creations, so we haven't bought those yet. But we did get the full outfit, which we can store in the house, and it speeds up smithing here, and it speeds up smithing on anvils, and when we store it, we'll be able to reclaim ice gloves on demand. If we want to do stuff like gold at blast furnace, we've got that, or just doing any type of blast furnace smithing, sure, we can do that. So that's nice. The only other reward he has in here that I don't know if it's worth it or not, for 15 you have a I guess you use one of those catalysts per inventory of like ore and coal, and it cuts the amount of coal you need in half, and it also stacks with the blast furnace, so you only need a quarter of the coal you would need. So for like a rune bar, you would only need 2 coal and 1 runite ore, so I think that's what it does. But yeah, I think that'll be the end of the video. Next one, we'll probably want to upgrade my PVM stuff. I want to get like a fire cape and probably a torso, honestly. Alright, see you in the next one.